Yeah, you ain't seen my best. Checkmate, in a game of chess. Globalists see me as a threat. Free thinking, got the world at my neck, huh? Am I paranoid? Picture Malcolm X in a room full of pigs trying not to bust a sweat. Ayy, Neil Tyson need to loosen up his vest. They probably write that man one hell of a check. Ayy, I'm over here on this side of town. Come on over here, try to clown. Ayy, I'd never pipe down if they weren't coming for me. Then they definitely coming for me now.
Gareth asks, I have read some theories that HARP can be used to manipulate the weather. Is this possible?
Yeah, HARP is, Healy, what is it? High altitude
Radio pension.
I always forget the acronym.
Yeah.
There are people who are sure that the government is stockpiling aliens and controlling everything about anything we would ever think about. And they clearly have never worked for the government because the level of incompetence of the government and inefficiency knows no bounds.
Yeah.
But for starters.
It's true that you could manipulate the weather like they did during the Olympics in China. Like, it's not that you can't manipulate the weather. It's that whether you would really have any serious control.
Yeah, a lot of the weather, weather happens in many places. Mm-hmm. So it comes about from the heat balance, from the energy coming from the sun, what it reflects off of, what it gets absorbed by, what the upcurrents do, what the downdrafts do, what the rotation of the Earth is doing. All of this factors in. And so I have not been convinced by any of the reports to suggest that experiments in the upper atmosphere, physics experiments, are having any effect on our weather whatsoever.
Right.
And it would be tragic if we
I wanted to ask a couple questions here about HARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Several of you at the table have a little bit of a piece here. As you know, this is located up in Alaska. It's currently funded by the Air Force Research Lab. It was formerly funded by the Office of Naval Research. One of the prime customers is DARPA, which is currently running experiments at the facilities here. So questions to several of you this morning. I'm told by the president of the University of Alaska that the Air Force has pulled its support for the facility and they're taking steps to demolish it or take it down this summer. He's making the argument that there is other opportunities for us and is trying to find a path where the university might be able to take title to the facility. I'd like to start with you, Dr. Prabhakar. I understand that a lot of folks here on the committee probably don't understand what HARP does. I think most Alaskans don't really know what HARP does or why the agency is involved in it. So a very brief explanation and then a more direct question. Would you be disappointed or would you lose something if HARP were to go away?
Senator Murkowski, as I think you know, one of our programs has been using the HARP facility for the research that it's pursuing. And my understanding is that we did get value out of that interaction. The P in DARPA is projects, and we're not in the business of doing the same thing forever. And so very naturally, as we conclude that work, we're going to move on to other topics. So it's not an ongoing need for DARPA, despite the fact that we had actually gotten some good value out of that infrastructure in the past.
Understood. Then Dr. Walker and Mr. Schaefer then. Dr. Walker, your agency is currently running the facility. I've mentioned that it's our understanding through the president of UAF that the plans are to move forward and demolish the facility this summer. So the question to you is that accurate? Can you explain why? And then perhaps to both you and Mr. Schaefer, is there any benefit in exploring a potential relationship with the University of Alaska to perhaps take over the HARP?
Yeah, thank you, Senator. The Air Force has gotten great value out of HARP in the past. We took over from the Navy and managed it and actually did a number of experiment campaigns up there and have finished our work that we're interested in doing up there. We've moving on to other ways of managing the ionosphere, which the HARP was really designed to do, was to inject energy into the ionosphere, be able to actually control it. And but that work has been completed.
This is the shuttle's fuel tank. It may only be 130 miles to space, but to cover that distance, the engines will use 500,000 gallons of fuel, and that works out at 2 feet to the gallon. Despite the cost, however, NASA does need to test these engines once in a while. So they built this place in the wetlands of Mississippi. The first thing they installed was a huge loudspeaker, through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket. They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness, and the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary boundary line, and anyone living on the inside of it was offered a simple choice. Stay, and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live. Or take the NASA shilling and get out. No one stayed, and NASA ended up with exactly what it wanted. 125,000 acres of nothing. They even had to move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you! It's raining! That's unbelievable! Oh, NASA's playing God! It's making its own weather!
America is fading right now. Fading. By the way, how much does NASA cost? It's a half a penny on a dollar. Did you know that? The people who say, why are we spending money up here, down? I asked them, how much do you think we're spending? They say 5 cents, 10 cents on a dollar. It's a half a penny. A half a penny. That buys the space station, the space shuttles, all the NASA centers, the rovers, the Hubble telescope, all the astronauts, all of that. Nobody's dreaming about tomorrow anymore. NASA knows how to dream about tomorrow. If the funding can accommodate it, the funding can empower it, the funding can enable it,
Australia has become the first country to issue licenses to clone human embryos. Scientists are now allowed to develop techniques to extract stem cells from cloned human embryos, which has never been done before. Until recently, the creation and use of embryos in research was illegal around the world. Human cloning for reproductive purposes remains banned.
Ooh, you in trouble. They bout to send them folks to your front door. Ooh, you in trouble. Watch out for them folks, you know they cut though. Like, don't hold your tongue if you ain't scared, niggas. Yeah, nigga. Don't hold your tongue if you ain't scared, niggas. Yeah, nigga. Ooh, you in trouble. Watch out for them folks, you know they cut though. Like, and they be like, you sound retarded. Why you talking all that shit? You just an artist. Obviously, politics ain't your department. You gon' fuck around and make yourself a target. And I'm just tryna do the right thing, do the right thing. You the right slang, you the right slang, yeah. So just read up on who own the stations that your favorite shows come on. Radio stations, your favorite songs come on. The truth ain't unknown, even the paper that I'm on. Shit, even the label that I'm on. Shit, even the paper that I own. The Federal Reserve ain't even owned by the government. I'm on some other shit, I'm on the mother shit. Fuck are we voting for? Who is this congressman? Fortune 500s be funding the Democrats and Republicans. You in trouble, in case you was wondering. Send them folks to your front door. Ooh, you in trouble. Watch out for them folks, you know they cut though. Like, don't hold your tongue if you ain't scared, niggas. Yeah, nigga. Don't hold your tongue if you ain't scared, niggas. Yeah, nigga. Ooh, you in trouble. Watch out for them folks, you know they cut though. Like, I'm sorry, it's enough wealth in the States to give $1 million to each person and they still be straight. I'm talking wealth too big to measure. Cheddar that don't fit in the shredder. Treasure that don't fit in the dresser. The best investor for a business endeavor. But you distracted by the ratchets, by the racket, by the bad bitch. They broadcast the madness using the same crisis actors they used for the last disaster, but you didn't catch it. Remember Katrina? When they blew up the levees? All the people that said they was hearing explosions, they chopped out the edit. Tell me, do you remember? Or would you rather forget it? It's the sixth Earth, parallel world, Armageddon. Benz. Ooh, you in trouble. They bout to send them folks to your front. Over the plate, get out! Fuck on the ground! Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not. Bro, seriously. Y'all, do y'all see this? I'm not. What? Turn this shit off.
a funny game. Don't believe that it's all the same. Can't think what I just said. But there's something on my head.
DatPiff.com World Premiere.
Run fast lane with the top back. Speed no brakes with the gas at. Quicker than cop, push your cat back. So you already know where the strap at. Man, you already know when you're in beast mode. Man, you already know a nigga past that. Everybody false flag. Man, you already know a nigga blessed. You already know. You already know. You already know. I can tell you cause you already know. You already know. You already know. You already know. I can tell you, but you already know. I'm sick of running with my hands up. I'm just fucking all these bands up. Simple man, I don't demand much. I'm just trying to roll these grams up. What you wanted me to say to you? Give you something new, awaken you. Find a topic that's conveyable. A prophecy that's inescapable. This the word that they portray to you. Sovereignty is unattainable. Justice too is unavailable. The judge's ruling is persuadable. Slavery is generational. Who you worship, who you praying to. Watch these fakers what they say to you. You see the truth is unmistakable, nah. They wouldn't lie to me, dog, no. They wouldn't lie to me, bro, no. They wouldn't lie to the world, no. They wouldn't lie under oath. Right. No man can be high as the law. The law they was sworn to uphold. It's too late, the door's been closed. Too many stories been told.
It's a funny game.
Stories been told.
That it's all the same.
Too many
Can't think what I just said.
stories been told.
There's something on my head.
Too many stories been told. Started out for the love of the soul. Woke up and saw the blood on the phone. Woke up and see the sun, it was cold. Wondering where the fuck did I go wrong? Where's the time gone? Where's the time gone? Lost in the time zone. What's got the time wrong? Where does the time go? I don't wanna die long. Don't wanna die long. Die long. Yeah. At a glance, you'll never truly understand. Cascading thoughts will form an avalanche. Eventually the shit gon' hit the fan. Niggas that sick of suffering got demands. Climb up the mountain just so we can stand. Big brother hang you off it by your pants. No more allegiance to no more elitists. The people that put the law above the land. It's a scam, like Iraq and Iran, Afghanistan. Created targets, create them artists, democracy artists. Good-hearted people enlisted to fight. But the system has stripped all your rights. And the pictures delivered in doses so potent that when they're administered, people turn sinister. The retina, the all-seeing retina, the mark of the beast, the mark of the predator. God bless America. God bless the regular, far from the regular. Don't kill the messenger, bats.
Oh, it's a funny game. Don't believe that it's all the same. Can't think what I just said. But there's something on my head.
Run fast lane with the top back. Speed no brakes with the gas at. Quicker than cop, push your cat back. So you already know where the strap at. Man, you already know when you're in beast mode. Man, you already know a nigga past that. Everybody false flag. Man, you already know a nigga blessed. You already know. You already know. You already know. I can tell you cause you already know. You already know. You already know. You already know. I can tell you, but you already know. Yeah, you ain't seen my best. Checkmate, in a game of chess. Globalists see me as a threat. Free thinking, got the world at my neck. Ha! And my paranoid picture Malcolm X in a room full of pigs trying not to bust a sweat. Ayy, Neil Tyson need to loosen up his vest. They probably write that man one hell of a check. Ayy, I'm over here on this side of town. Come on over here, try to clown. Ayy, I never pipe down. If they weren't coming for me, then they definitely coming for me now. I can't even keep my phone charged up. All the shit I'm talking, I should get my own barred up. Rappers get off of my dick and get your own bars up. Vladimir and Liz's breath got the clone skirt, cuz whoop. Use your Use your common sense. Why is NASA Department of Defense? They divided up the seas into 33 degrees, feeding kids masonry. Bro, be careful what you read. Flatline, flatline. There's no superior bloodline. Flatline, flatline. You got me once, but that died. Ayy, voice. Do I have a voice? Do I give a fuck? Do I have a choice? Joint. I roll up a joint. Keep my shooters in the game like I hate to disappoint. I see only good things on the horizon. That's probably why the horizon is always rising. Indoctrinated in a cult called science, and graduated to a club full of liars. Heliocentrism, you were the sixth victim. Fuck you and your team, you can sit on the bench with them, they nervous. But before you try to curve it, do your research on David Irving. Stalin was way worse than Hitler. That's why the POTUS gotta wear a kipper. I'm a man first for an artist. Get a lawyer, look up Dr. Richard Sauter. Bounce, flatline. You fooled us for the last time. Flatline. There's no superior bloodline then.
So you want to find the farthest point from that center. And it turns out sea level at the equator is farther away from the center of the Earth than sea level near the poles. It has nothing to do with global warming and melting of the ice caps.
Why is that?
Because Earth, we know it spins once a day. Yes, thank you. 3 people know how long a day lasts here.
Good for row number 2. They're off to a great start.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Gets wider in the middle. And so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning. And it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
Yeah. Chubby's a good word. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
So it turns out the pear-shapedness is bigger than the height of Mount Everest above sea level.
Bounce, flatline. You fooled us for the last time. Flatline. There's no superior bloodline then.